For many people, the first $10,000 is the hardest amount of money they will ever save, not because it's a huge number, but because of what it represents. Before that point, money feels fragile. It comes in, it goes out, and it never seems to stay for long. Saving feels slow, almost pointless, and it's easy to wonder if the effort is even worth it. But something interesting happens once you reach your first $10,000. Your relationship with money begins to change. You don't suddenly become rich. Your life doesn't magically transform overnight. But mentally, things start to click in a way they never did before. So why does this happen? Why does that first $10,000 feel so different? And why does it often become a turning point for people who eventually build real wealth? Let's break it down. Before $10,000, most people are in survival mode. Money is reactive. You earn it, then immediately assign it to bills, expenses, and obligations. Whatever's left over feels temporary. Saving during this phase feels like deprivation. Every dollar saved feels like something taken away from the present. But when you cross $10,000, even just once, something subtle changes. For the first time, money starts to feel stable. You realize that not every unexpected expense will knock you off balance. You have breathing room, and that sense of security creates confidence. Confidence is powerful because it changes behavior. When your savings are small, growth is hard to notice. If you save $200 this month, it doesn't feel life-changing. If your savings earn a few dollars in interest, you barely register it. But at $10,000, progress becomes visible. A 5% return is no longer just numbers on a screen, it's hundreds of dollars. And seeing money grow without you actively working for it feels different. That's often the moment people truly understand what money can do. Not in theory, in real life. Another big shift happens in how you spend. Before $10,000, spending decisions are usually emotional or habitual. Eating out, small impulse purchases, subscriptions you barely use. But once you've built that first real cushion, spending starts to feel like a trade-off. You begin asking yourself, is this worth slowing down my progress? It's not that you stop enjoying life, you just become more intentional. Money stops being something that disappears and starts becoming something you manage. This is where the change becomes practical. With $10,000 saved, you suddenly have options you didn't have before. You can handle a job transition without panic. You can invest without fearing every market move. You can say no to situations that don't serve you. Even if nothing changes immediately, knowing you could act is empowering. That sense of control is often what pushes people to keep going. The reason the second $10,000 often comes faster isn't luck, it's momentum. By the time you reach the first milestone, you've built saving habits, you've learned to delay gratification, you've seen proof that consistency works. You're no longer guessing, you're repeating what already worked, and repetition builds speed. If you're still working toward this milestone, focus on a few simple things. First, consistency matters more than amount. Saving regularly beats waiting for the perfect time. Second, income growth helps more than extreme frugality. Extra income, even temporarily, can shorten the timeline significantly. Third, avoid lifestyle upgrades too early. Let your savings grow before your expenses do. This phase isn't forever, it's just the foundation. Your first $10,000 won't make you wealthy, but it will change how you think about money. It turns saving from a struggle into a system. It turns money from stress into a tool, and it proves that financial progress is possible. Once you experience that shift, it's very hard to go back. If you're on this journey, remember this. Progress feels slow right before it becomes visible. And if you've already reached this milestone, you know exactly what this moment feels like. My name is Devika, and on Devika Invest, I help you understand money, investing, and how small milestones lead to long-term freedom. If this video helped you think differently about your finances, consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps the channel grow.